going on, guys? This is NLS Racing to Gaming. My name is Liam and today we are playing a little bit more of F1 2012 multiplayer Let's Play. So guys, today we're in a Toro Rosso. We're at the circuit sponsored by Petronas or Petronas. It is the Malaysia circuit in Kuala Lumpur. And let's see how we get on, guys. Okay guys, so we're off the line here now. A little bit of curse, try and take over one spot on the left hand side. So Marussia on the left. We've got Alonso 2170 up front. You think he is a French driver, I don't know. Let's try and brake nice and early in for this corner, watching behind just in case, because you can take this corner pretty nicely and then they'll use all the momentum for the next corner. Overtaking the Marussia there, a little bit too aggressive. Maybe I'm going to back out of that and let him back through. Don't want to ruin the race straight away, so a little bit of curves up the hill. Try and take over, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, up in front. Braking early in, because I'm pretty sure he's going to make a mistake. He locks his wheel, doesn't really make a mistake, but he still locked his wheels into that, giving me a bit more speed. Don't brake for this next corner, guys. Throw it all the way into the apex. This is a tricky corner, so I like to brake a little bit, throwing it in a little bit too late on the braking there, guys. Sent me too close to the apex, a bit of a shame. Not as bad as the Marussia up in front. Seeing we've got two level 50s in the lobbies, guys, here today, so me being only level 5, we are keeping up, which is pretty good to see. Braking nicely into this corner, trying to kiss the apex on the left as we go up, using all the curb on the right hand side as we go up and through into these tight and technical last sector in this race. Completely missing the apex there, really wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. We are miles ahead of the car behind, so we just need to worry about the two cars in front. I don't know if it's two Marussias, guys, or who it is, but they're doing pretty good, must be honest. Again, braking too early for that corner. We've got a Lotus, I think it is. It was too far off on the left hand side of the track there. Nothing you don't want to do, because there's no way of getting back on there. You're going to get hit by every single car that ever comes past. And down to, of course, due to F1 2012 slow-mo feature or slow-down feature, you are going to lose all the speed and no momentum at all. Trying to go around the side of the both of you, getting on the left hand side of the Marussia here, and he's sliding all over the place. I don't really know what he's trying to do. Okay, I've been taken out by the Toro Rosso. Sorry, not Toro Rosso, the Marussia. Wasn't really meant for that to happen. Let's just let this car pass so we don't ruin the Mercedes race. Down into third, guys. Doesn't look particularly good for us now. I'm not really sure what that Cello Toro had in mind. I think he'd got a penalty for taking out the Lotus and decided it would be funny to try and take me out as well. But nevertheless, guys, that is the kind of people that you're going to run into, so we're not going to edit that out. Shows you a little bit about F1 2012. It's the same as F1 2011 in the sense for the kind of people you're going to find online. Nevertheless, it's still a pretty good game, so let's just try and stop moaning and try and make it all the way back up to first place. So again, using too much of the curve on the left hand side, guys. I've never been good at Malaysia. It's a tricky technical track. I prefer sort of, I don't mind the technical and sweeping tracks, but to be honest, I do prefer the ones that got longer straights. Something like Monza and Spa tend to be pretty good at those races in comparison to these. So braking nicely and early for the first part of that, those two corners there, and then carrying on all the momentum down this longish straight, kissing the apex again on the left hand side, not using too much curb, otherwise it'll send you into a spin. End of the second sector now, 5 seconds behind, because of course that first mishap with that guy at the start. Kissing the apex on the right hand side and on the left hand side a little bit more, doing it a lot better than we did last race. No need to brake for this corner, because again it is a fast sweeping corner. Now this one I like to brake halfway up the field and take it straight to the wheels, pull the car around. I think because of the default classes it is a little bit sort of poor on the handling at the moment, but that's not a problem because we're only doing a quick race. It's only free, so it won't really affect it because of the tyres and things. So it's just trying. I don't know whether or not second is going to be possible. The Mercedes up front he's been I think he sort of lagged out and ended up at the back at the start of this race, but he seems to have come into his prime a bit as the people have left, and of course he's got some clean air and a bit of free space to run his own race. Braking early into this corner, guys, using all the momentum out of this corner into the next corner, kissing the apex, then use all the momentum from the right onto the left, kissing the apex, and then straight off, running alongside the Pirelli boards there on the right. Don't think you realise how big the gradient is on this straight, but you can, if you don't use curves, you can drop back. It's a good place to overtake, out-braking people into this corner. Of course, we've got nobody overtaking this race, but getting a warning for corner cutting there, I don't really think I did. I usually seem to think that as long as you keep one wheel on the race, as soon as you keep one wheel on the racetrack at all time, it's not a problem, and you don't end up getting corner cuts. But it seems to have proved my theory wrong in that case. Take it all as one, guys. No need to brake for those corners. Now I tend to go all the way over to the right hand side, using most of the corner and then trying to flick it to the right hand side of the track. and we all know what to do on this. So try not to spin like I did there, locking the wheels a little bit as I try to brake to control myself. I think we are dropping back from the car in front. He seems to be racing pretty nicely at the moment, but I'm happy just to come into third instead. I'm not a big fan of this track, and it is a tricky one. No need to brake for that corner. Try and get the car straight as much as possible, and then flicking it in to try and kiss it. But again, I keep missing that corner up, guys. It's not really my day to day, but we're going to use all the curves down here now. There's no reason to use it for the home straight because, well, it's the end of the race. So seems like we're going to end up in third, guys, but that's not a problem. There was only a short race. I might not use this footage if the guys have got penalties. I might not use it because of how small it is. But let's just see, guys. Third place in Malaysia. Okay, guys, so here we are for the second race of this video. We are in Italia. It is the Italian Grand Prix, and I am in a Williams. It's a pretty decent track. I do enjoy the long straights and the pretty tricky chicanes, so provides a lot of action into the first corner, and then I think it's the fourth corner, I'm not really sure. Here we go, guys. Now I like to kind of hang back on this race. I don't want to get too far up because I know that every single car in the entire game is going to come straight up my arse now, and it's going to end badly. So I'm going to brake slightly early, just let them pass, because I don't want to fight all this. I don't want to end up getting a penalty and messing my own race up. I don't even know where he came from, but that was a bit dramatic. The Force Indy there deciding to make his own track. The Brazilian taking out the Italian. God, I don't even want to be near this guy. He's either lagging all over the place, or he's going to be one of those cheating little so-and-sos that we all know and love. So yeah, seems like the latter was it. Bouncing all over the track now. Trying to avoid him by going on the grass a little bit. Braking, sort of outbraking myself because of that. So I don't know where he is now. We've got a D. Willis 33 or 333 in the HRT up front now. The whole pack behind us. A little bit frightening when you look behind. You've got all these level 50s behind you, but just see what we can do from this position. Let's try and get in his slipstream all the way. Putting out some weird black smoke there. I don't know what that was all about. Braking nice and into it. Now this corner, guys, is weird because you can cut over that corner legally without it saying that it's a corner cut. I'm on the right hand side now. I'm going to use all the curves, just try and get a little bit of an advantage over him, and then try and cut in behind him. Sensible racing by D. Willis there, so that's pretty good. I'm going to cover the inside line by braking a little bit earlier and then try and do it. I don't know what D. Willis is trying to do there. I think he tried to come right up the side of me. I hope I didn't hit him. I'm not really sure. I think I would have got a penalty if I did, so we'll take it as that was a driver error. 195 miles, guys, at the moment down the straight. 200 miles an hour. I didn't change any of the settings, so the top speed is going to be, well, your guess is as good as mine, 200 or something. Outbrake myself a little bit too much into this corner, so we're going to just slowly bring it back on. I think everybody outbraked themselves into that corner. I don't know whether or not they got penalties or not for that, because I did lock up myself. So yeah, I think it's got a legal overtake. So nice to the Ferrari there to let me past. Hopefully the McLaren's going to do the same. He doesn't seem to be as good a sportsman as the Ferrari, but we'll brake early and just to let him lag out a little bit up head. Oh, a little bit of a spin there, putting one wheel into the grass. Use a bit of curves now to try and gain the momentum that we just lost. Braking out of this corner to allow the Ferrari just to sort of get up on the right hand side. I don't want to take his race out. He was respectable to me, so I'm going to try and be that to him. Some good racing going on, guys. 4 cars down this straight. Car seems to be weaving about in front. I don't know whether or not it's just a lag problem, or he actually is just deciding to warm his tyres in the middle of a race. Braking late to try and cover the inside line. You can use as much of this curve as you need to. I don't know why, but you've always been able to. Braking a little bit out of that because I was about to see that the back end was about to step out. Using most of the curves, saving a little bit for the home straight or the run to the start line. So let's just brake nice and early. I don't think the Ferrari is going to try so much. Try to go on the inside of the McLaren here. This is where the curves will come in handy. I don't know whether or not we've got DRS, but we will see. A brake. No DRS yet. Doesn't seem to be DRS on this track. I don't know what happened there. I think I lagged into him a little bit. I don't like how much he's jigging backward and forth there. So I'm going to brake a lot earlier than we did in the last time. We get hit into the back. Spinning here, guys. Don't know what went on there. So we're going to seem to have lost 3 places in one corner due to the Bobby_26C hitting into the back of me there. That wasn't good. He seems to be going all over the place in the front. I don't know whether or not he's having a bad race or what. I say, guys, it does tend to provide some pretty intense racing this track, especially because of these chicanes. You know, even the curves themselves, they spin out. Oh, it looks like both the Ferrari and the McLaren are spinning out there. A little bit of a collision. I'm going to use a bit of curves to try and gain the momentum that we've lost. Turning in now behind Bobby 26C, who pushed his way into the front. So hopefully we can take the win away from him. Using a bit too much of the curb there, a little bit overexcitable when it comes to taking this guy. I do just want to get back for that first thing. Hopefully though I can do it cleanly and don't have to take him out or anything like that, because that's really not what I want to do, and it's certainly not what I'm about. So do as much of this corner. As I said, guys, no idea why you've always been able to do it, but you just can. Taking it nice and clean in that side. Using all the curves all the way up on the right hand side of him. Hopefully he's going to be respectable to me. Pulling it in a little bit more. I'm going to cover the inside line and break nice and early into it. Try and throw myself into this corner here. Then use all the momentum out so that I'm going very wide onto the left hand side of the track. Hopefully he hasn't got any curves, and we should bring it in for the win in Italia, guys.
What goes on? Rolling stones in the rap game, not bragging. Look bigger than Jagger, not sagging. Spell it backwards, I'ma leave it at that. That ain't got nothing to do with rap. Check the facts, expose those cats who pose as heroes, take advantage of blacks. Your government's gangsters, so cut the crap.